Uruguay and Argentina seem to be battling for first for a while, but Argentina ends up at the top of the group. Panama lost to Argentina on Thursday night, 87-32, or 52 for that matter, sorry. Meanwhile, Paraguay lost to Uruguay, 58-49, which was actually the closest game Paraguay has had in these qualifiers, losing by single digits for the first time. In the first matchup between these two teams, Panama won that one, 82-62. So we'll see if they can repeat the same kind of effort tonight as we introduce the Panamanian players. So Panama is coached by Manuel Hussein. This is a team that won the 2015 FIBA Cocoba Gold in Costa Rica. A lot of these guys playing together for a while, playing together throughout the qualifiers. Now let's get the home side, Paraguay. So those were the introductions. As you see, the coach of Paraguay, Luis Orono. And you can see also the smiles on these faces and the excitement ahead of tonight's game. Now we're going to have a quick pause in the commentary for the the playing of the national anthems. So that completes the national anthem ceremony. And now, as is traditional in FIBA competitions, the two teams will shake hands at half court, exchange mementos as a souvenir for basically this event, this big occasion. As we introduce the referees from Puerto Rico, Roberto Vasquez, and both from Venezuela, Roberto Oliveros and Americo Rodriguez. So these will be the referees in charge of the final game here this evening in game day 6. As we take a look at the roster for Panama, I want to point out a couple of players. Trevor Gaskins, averaging 13.5 points per game, number 5. Currently playing in Maccabi Haifa. Had 14 points and 11 assists in the first matchup between these two teams. Also, Michael Hicks, 41 years of age, 6'3" small forward, averaging just over 10 points a game in these qualifiers. Also, 2.4 steals. And Hicks will be in the starting lineup alongside Alejandro Grant, Trevor Gaskins, Ernesto Ogilvy, and Akil Mitchell. So Panama with a very American flavor to their starting lineup. A few naturalized citizens there. Meanwhile, the home side, Paraguay, have a roster where they'll be looking at Guillermo Araujo, number 11, the big man inside, 36 years of age, the tallest player on the team, just a little over 6'8", averaging 12 points per game and 5.5 rebounds. And in the first matchup against Panama, had 17 points, 10 rebounds. Did foul out, though, and also committed 5 turnovers. So he'll look to bounce back. And he's starting alongside Bruno Zanotti, Raymond Sanchez, Gabriel Peralta, and the point guard, Carlos Vallejos. Araujo will be looking to bounce back from a tough game against Uruguay on Thursday night, where he had 8 points on 3 of 17 shooting. So wasn't really feeling it. As we take a look at Coach Manuel Hussein talking to his team in the last huddle before the start of the game. Went over some last-minute pointers and strategies and game plan. Meanwhile, Coach Orono for Paraguay, I'll tell you what, he doesn't need to get his team excited. You can see it on their faces, representing the "This is my house" of FIBA. Esta es mi casa. And we have some fans also turning up here, hopefully from both nations, in the beautiful Estadio Deportivo here in Asunción. And again, for the top 3 teams from each group progress. And we've already established that in this Group A, it's going to be Uruguay, Argentina, and Panama, who will merge with Group C. And that group, after the Puerto Rico win over Mexico just a few moments ago, looks like USA in first, Puerto Rico in second, Mexico in third. So Argentina, Uruguay, Panama, USA, Mexico, and Puerto Rico will advance to the second round. But we still have one more game here for Paraguay against Panama. So we are underway here in Asunción. Panama in white, Paraguay in blue. And the first action of the game, it's going to be an open 3, no good. And Vallejos able to collect the rebound. And the first whistle is going to go against Panama. Akil Mitchell missing that first shot there on the left wing. So Vallejos will inbound the ball. The foul was on Grant, number 3. And here's the drive, the nice poke away. The ball's going to stay with Paraguay. As you saw Peralta drive hard on the baseline. Here's Vallejos. Oh, makes the defender fall. And the extra pass, but it goes out of bounds. So they went for the no-look pass. Did Raymond Sanchez. And Vallejos couldn't complete the catch. So here comes Trevor Gaskins, the leading scorer for this Panama squad. Michael Hicks, the veteran, pulls up from the long elbow. It's good. First shot of the night for Michael Hicks is a swish. And Panama's on the board. They're going to look for Araujo inside. And Hicks anticipating there. Help side defense. You see the big man for Paraguay. So baseline out of bounds play goes into Vallejos. Gets into the lane, little tough runner. Misses the rim. And Gaskins comes speeding the other way. Decides to pull it out. Hicks pull up at the top of the key. No good. Long rebound goes to Grant. And Panama will reset. There's a screen from Ogilvy. Oh, good deflection. And Hicks is eventually fouled. I believe that's Sanchez who was guarding him. Zanotti called for the foul. So Panama will get the ball sideline out of bounds. As you see Hicks a little, seems like he was hit in an unpleasant area there. Ball goes inside to Gaskins. We'll look to back down Vallejos. Turnaround baseline. Jumper is good with the left hand. So the lefty point guard able to knock down his first shot. And it's 4-0 early on here in the first quarter. And that shot is no good that time for Ramon Sanchez. Rebound goes to Grant with a quick outlet to Gaskins. Ball goes inside to Ogilvy. Baseline shot. This time no good. Rebound to Rojo. With a long outlet pass stolen by Grant. Right idea, but just not enough on the pass. Here comes Ogilvy again with the high ball screen. And the ball goes inside to Ogilvy, who gets called for a travel. Slid his left foot ever so slightly. Good help side defense from Paraguay to put the pressure. So Paraguay is still looking for their first points of the night. Here's Sanchez. The bullet pass to Peralta. Zanotti, oh, nice jab step. And just a little bit behind with that pass. Ogilvy steals it. Oh, it's Hicks again. Oh, nice behind the back. And Mitchell skips it over. Grant with the three. Good offense that time, but the shot is no good. Michael Hicks coming off 4 steals the other night against Argentina. And there's another foul by Grant, and one. So count the bucket for Peralta. Foul's going to be on Alejandro Grant. And the first basket of the game comes with a bonus free throw. You see the nice pass, catch, and finish from Paraguay. And also Paraguay sending no bodies to the offensive rebound on the free throw. Interesting strategy here. And could have used a rebounder, but they want to set up their defense to make sure Panama doesn't get any transition looks. Mitchell, oh, the backdoor pass is behind. Vallejo steals it. Araujo behind the back for the post feed. Goes back inside on the repost. They skip it over. Zanotti for 3. It's good. And just like that, Bruno Zanotti puts Paraguay in front. First lead of the night. Here's Gaskins. Another screen from Ogilvy. You see the passing and cutting from Panama as Grant takes a long shot, and he's able to respond with a 3 of his own. Alejandro Grant stepping up behind the arc. Here's Araujo again on the block. Nice spin move. Good defense from Mitchell. Blocks the shot on the first attempt. Araujo stays with it. And then Mitchell collects the rebound and draws a foul on Araujo in the process. So you see here the initial move and the block. Mitchell very active defensively, keeps his arms straight up. They allow verticality. And you see the execution from Panama. Shot clock is stuck, but Gaskins takes the shot anyway. So here's Vallejos. Araujo left open, top of the key. Here's Araujo again on the block. Going at Ogilvy. Great defense once again inside. Araujo looking at the referee, wanting the foul. Nothing given. Here's Gaskins. Oh, misses that shot wide. So Vallejos pushing the tempo again. Gets into the lane. Left-hand layup is good. Again, no foul called. So the referee's letting them play early on here. And the game is tied at 7. Gaskins crosses over, gets into the lane. Oh, the nice little floating hook shot from Gaskins. Trevor Gaskins coming off a 19-point effort against a strong Argentina side. 8 for 17, 3 for 7 from 3. Meanwhile, Vallejos kicks it back out. Zanotti, another three-pointer, gets fouled. Ogilvy in shock at the call, but you see him on the floor. Oh, it's Peralta, who seemed to have landed on Ogilvy's foot. We'll take another look here. Peralta steps up, pulls up from 3, and yeah, sprains that left ankle. So as a defender, you have to give the shooter room to land to avoid plays just like that. Those are obviously dangerous plays. Guys, you don't want guys turning an ankle. First free throw is no good for Peralta. So this time Paraguay do send one offensive rebounder on the free throw. And Peralta hits the second. Gabriel Peralta, the 6'7" power forward, averages 10 points per game. 2 steals as well. So active defensively. Had his best game of the qualifiers against Uruguay, 17 points and 9 rebounds. So you know he's feeling confident this weekend. And Gaskins will have the ball in his hands quite a lot. There's a strong drive this time. It's Mitchell with the hook shot off the off foot. A little bit unorthodox from Mitchell, but a nice move. Kim Mitchell, not much of a scorer, more of a rebounder and defensive player. And there's another three-point shot, that time no good from Peralta. And it's going to be a foul against Diego Lesmet, who just checked into the game. Lesmet, the backup big, who replaced Araujo. Oh, nice poke away from Peralta. Oh, it's Zanotti, sorry. And Zanotti, oh, waits for the Lesmet to run down the floor. Can't connect on the layup, though. And it's going to be a technical foul against Paraguay. So Zanotti made a great play defensively, made an even better pass. And the frustration leads to the technical fouls. Lesmet was unable to connect on the on the layup. You see him kind of holding his hand, feeling like there was some contact. So Gaskins will step up for the technical free throw. And not an issue for him. Gaskins, a product out of Ole Miss and Louisiana Tech. And there's going to be an offensive foul on Hicks, setting that back screen illegally, trying to free up Mitchell. And you saw Mitchell's athleticism, although the dunk did not count. So Paraguay find themselves down 3, just over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Bright start for them so far. And the runner off the glass is good, that time from Ramon Sanchez. So Paraguay obviously getting a chance to play at home. Here's Hicks getting the screen from Mitchell. Nice pocket pass. And it's going to be a foul down low. That time against Sanchez. As Ogilvy was patient, drew the foul, and now will step up to the free throw line. You see here Ernesto Ogilvy, 6'6", small forward. Also averaging double figures in these qualifiers, 11 points, 5 rebounds. Kamek, that first free throw did have 14 points the first time these two teams played. And he misses both free throws. So empty trip that time for Panama. Paraguay looking to regain the lead. It's Zanotti who pulls up. Oh, nice stroke from him. Zanotti with his second jump shot of the night. You see the shoulder straps. Here's Grant. Too much room. And there's going to be a whistle on the floor. It's going to be a defensive foul. I believe it's going to be on Peralta. As the Venezuelan referee chats with the players. We'll take a look here on the replay. Peralta right here just bumps into Michael Hicks. And Hicks approves of the call. And like that, Paraguay in the penalty, so Panama will shoot free throws the rest of the quarter on any team foul. First free throw is good for Hicks. Again, Hicks, 41 years of age. The veteran still in great shape. And hitting both free throws. So Hicks will check out of the game. He's replaced by Daniel Giron. So Daniel Giron in the game for the first time, the backup point guard. And Vallejos gets all the way to the cup for the easy lay-in. Carlos Vallejos. And this time Gaskins seemed to draw a little bit of contact there on the jump shot, but no foul called, as the referees seem to believe that he initiated the contact. And here's a drive. Peralta can't finish his floater. Panama coming back down the other way. Gaskins again. Orchestrating the offense. Nice bounce pass. Mitchell will not get that and one, but he will head to the free throw line, I believe, after this timeout, as there was another foul on Sanchez on the floor. You see the great pass here from Gaskins around the defense. And Sanchez just trying to prevent the basket, which he did do. And he'll force Mitchell to convert these 2 points from the free throw line. So Mitchell, first free throw, no good this time. First second free throw is good. Mitchell will check out of the game. He's replaced by Ayarza. And Panama does have more size throughout their roster than Paraguay. So we'll see if it becomes a war of attrition at all. As Gaskins goes for the steal, Vallejos sneaky quick with the ball handling. And again, his third field goal already. 6 points for Vallejos. And Gaskins looking to come right back at him. Oh, nice touch with the left hand. tough shot over the big. So deflection there by Jerome. Zanotti will take the ball out. Vallejos again. Draws two players. Peralta thinks about it, then goes strong to the basket with the lay-in. Great move there by Gabriel Peralta. And Paraguay's back up two. Here's Gaskins at the free throw line, loses control for just a second. Pulls up, hits another one. Trevor Gaskins heating up here at the end of the first quarter. He's already got 9 points. Again, leads his Panamanian team 13 points per game in the qualifiers. And the long shot, foul called. Initially good defense on Zanotti, but the foul's going to go against Ayarza. So you'll see it again here. Ayarza fighting through the screen. Minimal contact, but did affect the shot. So first free throw, no good that time. Oh for 2 so far. So this is the second foul on a three-point shooter, and they've gone either 0 for 2 or 1 for 3. And this time they go 1 for 3 again. So just 2 of 6 on the three-point fouls. Paraguay leaving points on the board as we officially do go to our first timeout of the night. So 20-19 for Paraguay early on. Just 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Let's listen in to Coach Hussein. You take a look at the leaders for Panama. You see Mitchell doing a little bit of everything. Meanwhile, Vallejos really making things happen for Paraguay. 6 points, also 3 assists. So not only is he finding a shot for himself, but he's finding shots for his teammates. Especially considering the rough start for Rojo. Already with 1 foul. No points in 5 minutes. And here's Vallejos in action. You see him able to get all the way to the basket. Meanwhile, Gaskins does a great job of avoiding the Lesme block. So most likely 1 possession here on offense for Panama. Looking to take the lead at the end of the first quarter. Paraguay trying to preserve it with 1 stop. So it's a catch and shoot. And no good this time. Just 1 second. They got to throw it up. Won't count. So that was after the buzzer. But after the first quarter of action, Paraguay take the lead 20-19 over Panama. So a very, very, very positive start for Paraguay. And I'm sure the fans here are thrilled with the energy their players have demonstrated so far. We saw the energy in the lineups, in the player introductions. There were smiles on the faces. Everyone's happy here playing basketball. So again, round 2 of the FIBA World Cup starts in September, and we'll talk throughout today's game about the 6 teams you can look forward to. As you see the stats for that first quarter, Paraguay doing a great job shooting from the field, 7 of 12 from 2. Already missing 4 free throws, however. Meanwhile, as you see, Mike Hicks getting Panama off to a good start. And Trevor Gaskins really pretty much providing the scoring punch, 9 points in that first quarter. But he's going to need a little bit more help. Hicks does have 4. Grant hit the 3. And Mitchell's got 3. And if Grant's aggressive with his shot, then Panama can be much more of a dangerous team. Panama getting their 2 wins against Uruguay and Paraguay, looking to get their 3rd win of the group stages. And again, Carlos Vallejo's just 6 feet tall, only had 4 points against Uruguay on Thursday, but you can see him very aggressive going downhill in the first quarter of this game. So we're just about ready to get the second quarter underway. Possession will go to Paraguay. And Carlos Rodriguez into the game for the first time, the backup point guard, number 55. You see him guarding the top of the key there. And Ubatic in the game, number 5 for the first time, as the 3-point shot is no good that time. But Barrero able to collect the offensive board. And the ball goes inside to Lesman, who can't catch it. He's frustrated with himself. So Carlos Rodriguez will run the second unit here. And he's joined by Ayarza, Jerome, Mitchell, and Javier Carter, number 32. And Rodriguez, first shot, no good, in and out on the 3. And the skip pass leads to a near turnover. Eventually, Ubatic able to recollect it. And the nice kick-out pass for the 3-pointer, too strong that time. Ayarza strong to the bucket. He can't finish it. And good hustle, but there's going to be a foul on Ayarza. As you see the good sportsmanship there from Peralta. This is Alejandro Peralta, number 10. Not to be confused with Gabriel Peralta, number 4. So good hustle. Seemed to have his hands on the ball. But the referee elected to call it a foul. So we got a little wet spot that needs to be addressed. So Javier Carter, number 32 for Panama, the backup center. So a lot of the bench in the game for Panama at the moment. You see Gabriel Peralta with his pump fakes. And Ubatic turns the ball over. You can see the confusion on his face. Believed that the ball was deflected, but it didn't seem to be. Great ball pressure there from Rodriguez, going for the steal. And yeah, that ball was just thrown out of bounds. So good call by the referee. Oh, nice pass inside, and a throwdown from Javier Carter. Beautiful high-low action leads to the tomahawk dunk from Carter. A great pass from Akil Mitchell, who really has been doing a little bit of everything for Panama here so far. It's his 4th assist already. And Ubatic catch and shoot 3, bounces around, no good. Mitchell, another rebound. Hands it off to Rodriguez. He finds Mitchell trailing, who traveled because there's a little bit too much congestion in the lane. And he didn't have any space to put the ball down. So, right idea, rewarding the big man who collected the rebound and ran down the floor. But it did not lead to a shot on that possession. Panama up 1. And we see Panama putting up a little bit more ball pressure. Looking to create some steals. Oh, nice spin move. And again, it's Zanotti. Very aggressive on offense. And Hicks, not arguing with the referee, gets called for the foul. Hicks, very aggressive on the defensive end, averaging 2.4 steals, had 4 steals against Argentina. So you see right here, just the hands trying to slow down the spin move. And first free throw is good for Zanotti. So 2 for 2 on this trip for Zanotti after missing 2 free throws on the 3 chances he had after getting fouled from the 3. And Jubatic gets called for the defensive blocking foul, trying to slow down Rodriguez. Mitchell, the quick feed back to Rodriguez, turns the corner, can't finish the scoop reverse, gets his own rebound, and skips it over to Mitchell. He tries to drive baseline, can't find the angle, but whoa, throw down again from Javier Carter. That's 2 dunks in 2 minutes for Carter. Found himself in the right place, good position for the offensive rebound, and no hesitation, throws up the quick dunk. And Lopez gets the ball taken away from him. Numbers here, Jerome finds Rodriguez, the lob to Mitchell. Alley-oop slam. Rodriguez to a kill. Mitchell and the athleticism for Panama really showing out at the moment. 3 consecutive highlight plays for the Panamanians. So timeout on the floor as Coach Orono for Paraguay looking to get reorganized. See the balanced scoring so far. Meanwhile, Gaskin still leading the way with 9. But Mitchell with an emphatic 2 points on that last alley-oop. So we take another look here at Carter's second dunk, as well as the alley-oop, the perfect pass from Rodriguez. Right amount of touch, and Mitchell almost effortlessly throws it down. And 3 seconds called on Araujo. So we'll take another look at it here. Oh, it's actually... Yep, so it is a 3-second call. Carter sets the screen. Nice pass from Hicks. Extra pass to the corner. And Jerome can't knock down his first 3-point shot of the night. Vallejo's back in the game. Oh, nice steal here from Carter. And he gets the layup at the other end. So the big man with the quick hands, 6'9", ripping up 6 feet. Now Araujo looking to go to work, spin move. Does a good job to draw the foul. Basket will not count. Rojo with a quick spin, and Mitchell kind of gets left behind. Doesn't argue about the foul. Peralta, nice pass. With another missed layup, this time it's Lopez. Jerome. Carter. You see a read and react offense here from Panama. Mitchell passes up on the first three-point attempt and misses on the eventual one. Vallejos back out. Araujo for long two, no good. Here comes Carlos Rodriguez. Mitchell goes to the basket this time and airballs it. One of the foul call, nothing doing. And Vallejos again into the lane, kicks it back out. Shot no good from Lopez. Rebound over to Carter. Quick outlet. Panama looking to push. Oh, nice crossover dribble. Rodriguez finds Mitchell, who takes his time on the catch. Kicks it back out. Extra pass. Open three. Great offense here from Panama. Leads to the three-point basket. Daniel Giron, his first points of the night. You see the ball go inside out and side to side. Nearly perfect possession. And Paraguay unable to respond. Rodriguez, he's going to take it 1-on-2. See the quick crossover dribble, gets into the lane. Mitchell left open on the top of the key. Oh, nice hesitation. Rodriguez gets all the way to the layup. And another basket for Panama. So now a 10-point lead, the first double-digit lead of the night for Panama. So they've had an impressive second quarter. Already 13-2 run at the moment. And another deflection. So very active hands on defense. Panama already with 5 steals, which will lead to a few substitutions by Coach Orono. As you see, Gabriel Peralta. And it goes into Peralta, who takes the long threes. The shot clock winds down, can't finish it. Hicks resets. And they try to force the pass down low. Good deflection that time from Araujo. And another three-point attempt. This time it's good. And it's Gabriel Peralta knocking down the outside shot. 9 points for him. Oh, they left Ogilvy wide open inside. So he'll get 2 free throws, as there seemed to be a breakdown defensively from Paraguay. Coach Hussein still coaching, obviously. You love to see a player respond so positively to a coach when given instructions. So a blow for Zanetti. And first free throw no good this time from Ogilvy. The second one is. We're going to have a couple more substitutions. So Ogilvy gets his first point finally, 1 for 4 from the free throw stripe. Here's Peralta looking for the handoff for Malone, who's just taking the game for the first time. And wide open three, Peralta again. Back-to-back threes, Gabriel Peralta. And he's the first player in double figures. Gabriel Peralta really on fire. Another steal here. Opportunity on the fast break. Near and one opportunity. Peralta can't finish it. And again, Peralta coming off that strong game against Uruguay, 17-9. First time against Panama, only 3 points. So definitely made a huge improvement in his game since that matchup against Panama. And we have another timeout on the floor, this time by Panama. So it's a 5-point game as we take a quick break. 33-28 for Panama. We'll listen in here to Coach Hussein.
Aquí hay un jugador, ¿vale?, que tiene la responsabilidad de estos dos, ¿de acuerdo? Entonces estoy en el medio, pero si el balón llega aquí, yo llego y le doy tiempo al que... Hombre, no se puede perder. Y Guille, vos lo venés acá arriba a defender porque me deja todo el culo libre. Le dan la pelota y se están cagando a volcar y volcar y volcar. No es tuyo, no es tuyo, vos sos arquero acá abajo. Acá afuera no sos arquero. Acá afuera no sos. Estamos recibiendo acá.
So as the coaches give out their instructions to the players, let's take a look at these highlights. Peralta really heating up. Meanwhile, Vallejo getting more and more assists thanks to Peralta. So both teams doing a pretty good job shooting from inside the arc. 61% for Panama, 54% for Paraguay. Panama also with 8 more rebounds already than Paraguay, really taking advantage of their size, as we mentioned earlier. So 2 free throws here for Peralta, and again, he misses on the first. And he walks off the line almost disgusted with himself. He's 2 of 5 so far, so. And this time he hits it, 3 of 6. 13 points for Peralta. Again, zone defense here from Paraguay. So Panama will just move the ball around. They get a good shot, no good. Here comes Vallejos. Almost loses it. You see Gaskins back in the game. On the nice drift pass. And Alejandro Peralta knocks down a 3 of his own. So the Peraltas sharing the rhythm behind the arc. It's already the 4th 3 for Paraguay. And Michael Hicks able to respond with the 3 of his own, pushing the lead back out to 4. Hicks with a great inside and out game. Again, 41 years old. He's still showing these guys how it's done. Good hands from Carter, but he's got to retreat back to his man. Peralta, the crossover, and he crossed himself over, losing the ball out of bounds in the process. So 80 seconds to go here in the first half. In a game that's been pretty tight. Biggest lead for Panama was 10, but Paraguay strapped all the way back, cut it down to 1. Now it's at 4. Ogilvie looking to attack quickly. Gaskins doesn't take the open 3. And another steal. Good hands that time from Araujo. And Vallejos with the SI shot. That doesn't go in, but on the battle for the rebound, they're going to call the foul on Peralta. You see Peralta with the push in the back on Giron. The 13th foul for Paraguay. And it's going to be another turnover. So they'll go back down the other way. Paraguay with 10 turnovers so far. That's Panama's 9th. So Panama not really able to capitalize. Both teams pretty much even points from turnovers at the moment. And another poke away, this time from Javier Carter, as they were looking to post up Araujo. 11 seconds on the shot clock, 23 seconds on the game clock. And it's another steal. This time it's Carter. They tried to go with a quick, sneaky post feed off the inbounds. Carter was ready. So this is where Gaskins likes to go to work. Late clock isolation or top of the screen picks. Skips it over the corner. Extra pass. Jerome back. And Carter takes his time. Shot would have not counted anyway. So after the first half is concluded, it is a 4-point lead for Panama over Paraguay, 36-32. Panama potentially getting a little bit too comfortable after building a double-digit lead and allowing Paraguay to creep back in. So 36-32 here in Asunción as the guests, the visitors from Panama, take the lead into the halftime break. We'll get a chance to look at a couple of stats. Paraguay shooting well from inside the arc, struggling from the free throw line, but so is Panama. See the rebounding numbers in advantage once again to Panama. Is assist and steals pretty similar. And we'll take a look at some of the top performers and game leaders. So Peralta really the only player in double figures carrying the weight for Paraguay. Meanwhile, Gaskins had all 9 of those points in the first quarter. We also know that Panama likes to get a lot of steals, hands in the passing lane, reaching. So you can expect a few guys to have those steals in the box score as we get into the highlights of the first half. All the action that took place here. Again, you can tell the great thing about Hicks is that he knows who he is with his experience. Doesn't try to do too much, doesn't try to step out of his pretty successful skill set considering his career. And Vallejos really got Paraguay off to a bright start in that first quarter, getting 6 major points. And Carter off the bench has been a very, very dangerous guard for Paraguay. Very balanced scoring from Panama. 6 from Javier Carter, 9 from Gaskins, 3 from Jerome, 7 from Hicks, 5 from Mitchell. Already 8 guys have scored for Panama. Meanwhile, for Paraguay, only 5 players to score. Zanotti with 8, but he also has 3 fouls. Raymond Sanchez, 2 fouls. And Gabriel Peralta also with 2 fouls. So we'll see how much foul trouble impacts the second half action. And Mitchell finding Carter for the beautiful throwdown. On the very next play, Carter gets another dunk off the offensive rebound. And, of course, we'll never forget this play, the 3-on-1 fast break alley-oop from Rodriguez to Mitchell. Really, Carter and Mitchell, the 2 energy sparks. Typically just role players, but tonight looking like stars. Carter comes in averaging 8.5 points, 6.5 rebounds. So obviously a contributor. Meanwhile, Mitchell only averages 2 points, 6.5 rebounds, but the player from Altib has been a definite difference maker here in the first half. So we'll be back very shortly for the second half action here in Paraguay. Welcome back, basketball fans, to Asunción here in Paraguay, where we have been really witnessing a phenomenal matchup in Group A, as Paraguay, still winless in the American qualifiers, have given Panama a real challenge here, especially considering Panama won the first matchup 82-62. Nothing easy here. They do have a 4-point lead at the break, but they have pretty much struggled to slow down this Paraguayan team, who so far has already hit a number of outside shots, 3 3-pointers. They're 11 from 18 inside the three-point arc. Meanwhile, for Panama, Trevor Gaskins, 9 points, leading the way for them. Also getting 7 points from Michael Hicks. So grab your popcorn, whatever it is you want to eat, your pregame snack, your mid-game snack, your post-game dinner, whatever you feel like putting in front of you. And make sure you devour some basketball along the way. And again, these Paraguayan fans getting the third chance to watch their national team play at home in a competitive game. That's the great thing about these qualifiers. All fans will get a chance to see their home teams in action and play in meaningful games. So even though Paraguay has been eliminated from Group A action, or from the qualifiers overall, Uruguay, Argentina, and Panama advancing to create a new group alongside Mexico, the U.S., and Puerto Rico. So we'll see what Coach Orono, what kind of adjustments he made at the half. Meanwhile, on the other end, Coach Hussein, really all he needs to do is get his guys to play a little bit harder defensively, a little more focus, and they should be in good shape. So the ball's inbounded over to Gaskins. And we'll see, they had some good execution in the first quarter with their starting five. You see Grant's back into the game for the first time since then. And Mitchell will have it, looking for Gaskins. Shot clock down to 5. Gaskins falls down, they got to put something up. Oh, what a pass, but it goes out of bounds. Desperation pass as Gaskins slipped on the floor. So they're going to get that wiped up before we continue to make sure that the playing court is safe. But a turnover on the first possession after halftime is a coach's worst nightmare, to be honest. You always want to get the half kind of going on a positive tip. Establish a good rhythm. Set the tone for the second half. So we'll see how Paraguay executes on their first possession. So Sanchez, pretty far from the basket, isolates with Hicks. Spin move. Oh, what a shot. Ramon Sanchez. That was not easy. And he cuts the lead in half down to 2. Grant catch and shoot 3, too strong. Vallejos with a rebound, long outlet. And, oh, nice pump fake. And he's unable to make the pass to the trailer. Meanwhile, Gaskins draws a foul. It's going to be a block. So, some good defense from Panama led to the fast break. You saw the swift behind the back move from Gaskins in order to draw the foul on Vallejos. So Mitchell over to Gaskins. And it's a nice steal here. Breakaway opportunity. Oh, the throw down from Peralta. And he points to the fans. Gabriel Peralta with his 15th point of the night, and to tie up the game as well. Could be a huge momentum boost for Paraguay in their attempt to get their first win of these qualifiers. The double team in the corner. Hicks has to put up a long three. Short. Paraguay looking to run again. Vallejos smartly decides to pull it back out. And now he gets the pass stolen. Team defense. And it's going to be easy laying for Hicks. So Panama regains the lead. Hicks with his 9th point of the night. And Peralta almost travels. Oh, the nice post feed. Araujo going to work, getting his first basket and staring down the referee. And Araujo finally on the board. First 2 points for the leading scorer as Mitchell responds with a three. So Akil Mitchell showing you everything in the arsenal here tonight. He's now got 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And they're going to call a tripping foul on the floor as Peralta drove to the basket hard. See here the nice little fake to the left. Pretty much lost his balance on his own, but Mitchell doesn't argue too strongly. That's his second foul. Here's Peralta again. Little two-man action with Vallejos. Oh, nice behind the back dribble. And Gaskins with a clean strip. So you see a 5-out kind of action here. 4 out, 1 in now. They're looking for Carter. Hicks into the lane. Tough shot. Good defense. And then Paraguay throws it away. Araujo with a poor outlet pass. And you can feel that Panama might capitalize here as Gaskins takes his time, finds Hicks, who gets it to the lane. Grant tips it over to Hicks, and he puts it up and in. So a bit of an unorthodox offensive rebound there, but it works out for Panama. And you see Vallejos taking his time to get back up. As you see the strong drive from Hicks. Looking to draw a charge, Vallejos. Grant almost lands on him. And then Hicks ends up with a 2-point tip. So he pointed to this, the semicircle there. Obviously, if your feet are inside the circle, it's an automatic blocking foul, since it's quite dangerous to just stand under the basket when a player drives. And that's for the help side defense. Here's Araujo again on the block. Good catching position. And they're going to call a pushing foul. As you can see, Panama looking to be quite physical with Araujo on every catch. They're setting the double team. Don't want him to get any kind of rhythm. The out of bounds play leads to Araujo, top of the key three. He hits it. So first outside shot, and all it took for Araujo was to make one layup. And now his next shot, the three-pointer, swishes it. So maybe he is finding a rhythm as we see the zone defense again from Paraguay, which leads to the Gaskins easy pull-up from the elbow. Just too much room for Trevor Gaskins. Araujo again on the block. Nice skip pass. And Sanchez with a nice drive. Seemed to be a goaltending the ball. Did get on the backboard first. So count 2 more points for Ramon Sanchez. The quick drive on the immediate catch. Blows by Hicks. And Grant was just a little too late as the help side defender. Good effort, though, from Grant. And it's a three-pointer, I think, from Grant there in the corner. So quick, we didn't even catch it on camera. Alejandro Grant, his second three of the night. Here comes Sanchez again. In the lane, nothing doing. Kicks it back out to Peralta. And a strong drive and one. That's Alejandro Peralta getting to the basket and finishing through the contact. So Paraguay getting some really good offense from guys who throughout these qualifiers have not been this aggressive. As you see Alejandro Peralta this time get all the way to the bucket. Peralta did not score against Uruguay on Thursday, but he did score 10 points in the first matchup between these two countries. So he'll be looking for his 6th point. And the young men wiping the floor. Very, very busy here tonight as players giving up their bodies to help the team left and right. So with Gaskins' last elbow jump shot, he's in double figures, joining Hicks with 11. Meanwhile, for Paraguay, Gabriel Peralta leading the way with 15. And Alejandro Peralta looking to get his 6th point of the night. And strong move from Carter, but unable to complete the hook shot. And all of a sudden, Paraguay with a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Nice hesitation, another foul. So Ramon Sanchez draws the 4th team foul on Panama. The next one will be 2 free throws. So Grant couldn't quite stay in front of Sanchez. And he now has 4 fouls. So he'll obviously have to come out of the game. And a nice steal there. Who killed Mitchell yet again. Just great anticipation as Carlos Rodriguez is in the game. And Michael Hicks, wide open 3. No good. Mitchell went for the tip dunk. Almost had a highlight. So Paraguay still down 2. Here's Alejandro Peralta this time. Looking to draw the foul. Nothing called there. Carter with the quick outlet. And almost a perfect fast break, but it goes through the hands of Carlos Rodriguez, saying he should have made a bounce pass on that one. So checking into the game is Edgar Riveros for the first time. The ball goes over to Lopez. Vallejos looking to find a teammate. Riveros' first shot of the game is in. It gives Paraguay the lead. So the 3-pointer from Edgar Riveros, who literally just checked into the game not even 30 seconds ago, and he's able to hit the wide open 3. Paraguay now in front. Just 13 minutes left in the game, and Mitchell fumbles the ball. It's a steal. Numbers for Paraguay, but Peralta slows it down ever so slightly. Here's Lopez giving it to Riveros, the hot hand, and he gets a near layup. And the ball is kind of going all over the place. Paraguay ends up with it. And looking to get reorganized. Riveros, a long 3, hits the back iron. Seemed like the whole gym wanted that one to fall. So one-on-one in the block here for Mitchell. See the backdoor cuts. The ball screen action. Hicks looking to create some separation. Too strong with his fadeaway jump shot. Bit of a force. Here's Riveros now. Gets into the lane again. One, Edgar Riveros. What a spark off the bench in his first minutes of action here in the third quarter. The end of the third quarter seems to be completely in rhythm. Edgar Riveros draws the foul and glides his way all the way to the basket for the and one layup. And that's going to lead to a timeout from Panama, who will need to regroup.
Queremos cuidar el balón. Vamos a ver. No pares el balón ahí. Ellos están así. No están defendiéndolo a él. Vale, perfecto. No pares el balón. Que él venga y te coloque el bloqueo. Ahora, si ellos están hombre a hombre, que tiene un 3. Que sea Titi. El que le mete el bloqueo a Ale y después sale acá. El 4, el 4 yo bota, brisa el córner. Y Toto, Titi sale acá, mete el pick para su pierna.
So you see the statistics there. Peralta still leading the way with 15. And the points off turnovers in favor of Paraguay. So they're really capitalizing on the mistakes that Panama's making. As you see, Araujo's 3. And Riveros completes the three-point play with the free throw. And he's also going to put some pressure on Carlos Rodriguez here in the backcourt. Rodriguez just 20 years old, but very good handle. Plays over in Colon as Ogilvy gets swatted away by Peralta. And you can see the energy now from Paraguay with a 4-point lead in the closing minutes here, the third quarter, playing with all the confidence in the world. It's Riveros again, who nearly got fouled. Vallejos has to put it up. He can't finish. And Panama happy to just walk it up and get it organized on offense as Ogilvy sets a high ball screen for Gaskins. Mitchell thought about the three, hesitated, eventually took it, and Ogilvy gets the ball to perfectly land into his hands and draws a foul in the process. So Mitchell, as soon as you kind of think twice about taking that shot, it's going to get tough to make, and you see Peralta gets called for the foul, so he'll have to come out. He's played pretty much the entire game, already 25 minutes, but now has 3 fouls. It's going to be another foul here off the ball, Riveros, as he was trying to deny Rodriguez, but held him. So there's a drive and a layup, that time from Joel Munoz, the 38-year-old who just checked into the game for the first time. Another veteran point guard for Panama. And Munoz wasted no time to get his first layup. And Rodriguez gets to steal numbers 4-on-2 for Panama. The nice pass to Mitchell, who tried to find the trailer. And now Munoz will run the clock down as Paraguay uses their one foul to give. Munoz, 5'10". You see him there, number 18. Just plays about 6 minutes per game. Good for 1.5 points. So those 2 points already above his average. And he draws another foul. And you see Alejandro Peralta selling it as if there should have been an offensive foul call there, but instead it's Munoz who gets Peralta to commit the foul on him. And with 8.9 seconds, Munoz would get 2 free throws. So can't hit the first one. So Panama just 6 for 11 from the free throw line. And now 5 seconds to go. Paraguay looking to get a quick shot. They can't hit the layup. So after 3 quarters, Paraguay still holds on to the 1-point lead. Again, they were down 10 in the first half, but have scrapped their way back into this one, 52-51 after 3. Paraguay over Panama. As you take a look at the stats, please be aware that you can catch all the stats, videos, updates, news, highlights, everything on the FIBA World Cup app, available on the Apple App Store or Google Play. You can see plays like that from Sanchez or steals and dunks from Peralta. Choose your favorite team. Catch up on all the action. Unless you've been able to watch all 76 games from all 80 countries, then you are a true basketball fan. But if not, you can at least catch some of the recaps, hear about all the teams that have qualified ahead of the last couple of game days over the next 2 days. It's been an exciting third window here in the FIBA Americas, as well as the rest of the regions across the FIBA world, with teams qualifying onto the next round. We've seen big wins and tough losses, and so many phenomenal plays. Obviously, the summer, typically the offseason for many professional basketball players, but when you get a chance to play for your country, there is no offseason. So fourth quarter action just about to start here in a very, very tight game. As the legendary Jeff Taylor would say, we've got a barn burner on this one. The ball, nice defensive play. And Rodriguez draws the foul on the first possession. He felt the contact, felt the shoulder being lowered by Peralta. Took him to the chest and just fell. You see here, some might call that a flop. Others call it great defense. But it is the 18th turnover for Paraguay. Panama has not been able to take advantage of as many of those turnovers as they would like. And here's Rodriguez now. You see a lot of backdoor cutting here for Panama. And Giron looking to create some room. Ogilvy goes up strong, and he gets a chance to head to the free throw line for 2 shots. So Ernesto Ogilvy, you see there, yep, definitely some contact. They're going to give the foul to Alejandro Peralta. And Ogilvy can't hit the first free throw. So Peralta also, both Peraltas with 3 fouls at the moment. Meanwhile, Ogilvy splits the free throws. And here's Riveros again. Vallejos inside to Peralta. Nice skip pass. Riveros for 3. Can't hit that one. And Ogilvy again on the block. They repost him up. Looking to go at Alejandro Peralta. Giron with the runner. Not easy, but he knocks it down. Nice shot that time from Daniel Giron. 6'2" point guard. He's at about 7 points per game, so they expect contributions from him. He's got 5 here tonight. And Riveros again splitting the defense and finishing at the basket. And he's almost like a secret weapon that they've kept on the bench the entire game just to unleash him in the key moments. Munoz and the 3-point shot. It's a 4-point play opportunity. Carlos Rodriguez with the right hand, which I feel like that's his offhand. So you take another look at it here. He kind of fades up to the corner and then launches a 3 off the flare screen. So Rodriguez is right-handed, just a predominantly left-handed ball handler. Ball goes inside. And Zanetti gets the call that he wants. So, Zanotti as the referees just sorted out here. So they're going to give what I believe is a technical foul on Carlos Rodriguez after he committed the initial foul. So Zanotti gets that free throw. As well as the second and the third one. So this is crucial here. Under 8 minutes to go. And the definition of free throws given to Paraguay. Zanotti knocks down all 3. So the technical foul was actually given to Akil Mitchell, who had been pretty calm throughout the night despite not getting too many calls. And this time, he gives Paraguay an extra point and the possession. So potential 5 or 6 point possession here. And another foul is called on Panama. Paraguay based on out of bounds. Already 3 fouls on each team here in the fourth quarter. Just 2.5 minutes passed by. And a nice deflection from Rodriguez. So good defensive pressure to make up for the technical foul mistake. Carter wants the ball on the block. Here's Gaskins. Rodriguez has to put it up and doesn't hit on the rim. So another chance for Paraguay to regain the lead here in the fourth quarter. And Zanotti wants it by himself. Has the height mismatch. Gabriel Peralta for the three. No good. And Gaskins tips the rebound to himself. So we see 3 point guards on the floor for Panama at the moment. Munoz, Gaskins, and Rodriguez. Joined by 2 bigs, Carter and Ogilvy. And Gaskins, long three. Leads to a long rebound. So nice pass inside. And Carter with a tomahawk. Paraguay falling asleep on defense after the offensive rebound. Munoz with a perfectly delivered pass for the dunk by Carter. Here's Zanotti now. Zanotti looking to go to work on Gaskins. Knocks him off balance. No foul called. And yep, there's a frustration foul in the backcourt. So obviously a lot of dialogue taking place. Referees looking to get control of the game again. 4th team foul on Paraguay. And a timeout on the floor called by Paraguay. So 60-57, just under 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. So we'll listen in here to Coach Orono as you take a look at the top scorers. 2 players in double figures. Riveros already the 3rd top scorer despite only playing 7 minutes.
Si no, por la línea de fondo, exactamente igual. La única diferencia es que si él cae dentro, ¿vale? Si él cae dentro y Trevor ataca a la línea de fondo, a lo mejor necesitamos que tú te asomes un poco y él esté aquí, ¿vale? Y si no, contra zona normal. Pero lo que sí es importante, contra zona, ellos nos van a dejar recibir al grande, ¿vale? Que el grande venga a bloquear y atacar. Entonces, en vez de meter el balón, lo meto con bote. Exacto. Y luego
I do the fake. Él sale, ellos se van en zona y tú te quedas aquí, recibe y la vira de una vez para el otro lado.
Vale, vamos.
We'll take another look at that and 1 3-pointer. And the huge dunk from Carter, which gave this Panama squad a lot of momentum. But they're just up 3. Oh, nice touch pass, and Ogilvy lays it in. What a find by Gaskins. Again, a lot of chemistry on this Panamanian team. We've seen some good passing, a lot of cutting. And here's Paraguay. Oh, the block. Araujo. They're going to call a foul, not a goaltending. So Carter seemed to just get him on the back. Carter thought he was there in time. Seemed to get it kind of clean. Araujo just pretty much gave him time to get there. But yeah, it definitely was a foul. So 2 free throws here for Guillermo Araujo. He knocks down the first. Again, just his 6th point. This is a guy who had 17 points and 10 rebounds the first time these 2 teams played. You see there are 6 points and 5 rebounds here tonight. So Panama up 4, and it's going to be Hicks for 3. Oh, wow, Carter hanging in the air with a tip attempt. And here comes Zanotti. Oh, behind the back, but not really delivered properly. And you can see Coach Orono taking a seat on his bench. Still plenty of time. Here's Munoz. And Gaskins has to throw it back out to the veteran point guard. And Carter, nice high-low feed. Ogilvy, quick hook shot is good. Very patient offense that time from Panama. And Ogilvy able to finish right on top of the rim. Here's Vallejos. We haven't called his name much. And here in the second half is, wow, Peralta takes the contact and hits the bank shot. A nice double team, and Ogilvy leads to a charge. So Paraguay brings the double team. Ogilvy feels like he needs to beat it himself. And then actually the third help side player comes out and forces a turnover. So 16 turnovers now for Panama. Paraguay already with 20. Again, you usually want to stick around to the between 12 and 15. Anything over 15 is usually makes it tough to win. But if both teams are around 20, well, then obviously it evens out. And there's a foul. And they're going to call an unsportsmanlike on Gaskins for making contact after the whistle. So another bonehead play this time for Panama, leading to more free throws and extra possessions. You'll see it here. Whistle gets called, and the extra swipe at the ball is unsportsmanlike by definition. Therefore, Riveros will get 2 free throws. May get 4 free throws total. So he hits the first. And I believe it will be 4 free throws and possession. So obviously this recent rule change the last couple years, and these are the kind of plays that can completely swing a ball game. I mean, Paraguay could be going from a, oh, sorry, I jinxed you, but down 4. Now they find themselves down 1 with the ball. We saw a lot of these at the Eurobasket last summer, 6 or 7 point possessions that completely changed the outcome of a game. So you have to be poised no matter the situation, or you might cost your team a potential win. So here's Paraguay now looking to take the lead. Peralta inside to Araujo. He gets bumped by Ogilvy, stays with it and finishes. What a move. Guillermo Araujo, not just with the footwork, but also the hang time and the ability to get to the other side of the basket, and Paraguay's back up 1. So Munoz running the offensive show now, and he nearly lost it. Ogilvy catches it, gets blocked by Peralta. Shot clock down at 1, and it's going to be a turnover by Panama. And we're also going to have a substitution and a timeout. So you see Ogilvy gets swatted there by Peralta. Sticks with the plate. Ball goes up in the air, and they call a travel. So timeout on the floor.
Una vuelta abajo. ¿De acuerdo? Una vuelta abajo. De tal manera que lo que quiero es Mike con la pelota. Vamos a darle al lado de Mike la pelota para que Mike la suba. Entonces entre ustedes dos buscan la salida del bloqueo. ¿De acuerdo? Me da igual cuál. Me da igual cuál de los dos sea. Me da igual cuál de los dos sea. ¿Vale? Entonces salimos aquí. Vale, balón dentro. Van los dos con él. Jugás vos.
See Gaskins still 11 points, Hicks 11 points, but they've struggled to score here in the fourth quarter. 13-13. After Paraguay won the third quarter 20-15. So you take another look here, the big block by Peralta. So we'll see who Coach Hussein decides to bring out here in the clutch. Obviously, a lot of these players play together for Correcaminos Colon in Panama, including Grant, Gaskins, Ogilvy, Munoz, all play on the same team. Similar case with Paraguay, with most of their players playing for two different clubs, as Riveros almost got the layup, and the ball bounces around and ends up off the feet of Carter. You see Orojo frustrated with himself for not being able to finish off the play. Had his hands on the ball right underneath the basket. And Peralta, tough shot, no good. And the chase for the rebound, nearly saved by Orojo. Good hands, though, from Hicks. So on the floor for Panama, it's Carter, Gaskins, Hicks, Munoz, and Ogilvy. Meanwhile, for Paraguay, Orojo, Peralta, Riveros, Vallejos, and Zanetti. And there's going to be an offensive foul, moving screen on Mitchell. So you see there, Mitchell just using his left arm to hold Vallejos. Two and a half minutes to go, 1 point game. And the catch and shoot, nope, 3-point shot, no good that time from Peralta. Here's Gaskins, who needs to be aggressive. Gets it over to Hicks. Nice pass. Carter at the rim, and he gets fouled. So he'll get 2 shots. Hits the first. Eight points, 8 rebounds for Carter. All of his points have been very, very entertaining. Some monster dunks. And 2 minutes, 2 minutos left in the fourth quarter. Panama up 1. Vallejos takes the 3. Could have been a clutch shot. So here's Gaskins, ball in his hands. I'm sure that gives Coach Hussein a lot of confidence. Gaskins gets into the lane, kicks it out to Mitchell. And Munoz will take the long 3. The veteran knocks it down. And we have a injured player on the baseline as Munoz with the clutch tray. And you see there Carter grabbing his leg. Looked like there was knee-to-knee contact. So he'll likely come out of the game. You see there at the bottom as he kind of reaches for his knee. We hope he's okay. As he'll head back to the locker. Oh, just behind the sign here to get some treatment. 90 seconds left in the game. So we'll see who comes into the game for Carter. Looks like it's Ernesto Ogilvy. And again, Joel Munoz and Edgar Riveros not playing in the first half. And then stepping up big here in the third and fourth quarters as they call the off-ball foul on Munoz. So easy free throws here for Vallejos. First free throw is good. So Vallejos with a chance to cut the deficit down to 2. And he does just that. So this is definitely Paraguay's tightest game so far in the qualifiers. You see Vallejos, the very complete game, 8.6 rebounds, 6 assists. And we still have a minute in the potential overtime, and he gets called for a foul on the other end. So now we'll send Gaskins to the free throw line. And you see there, Gaskins, just a 62.5% free throw shooter, misses the first free throw. Only gets to the free throw line 1.6 times a game in these qualifiers. Does also average 5.5 assists. And he goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So the lead back up to 3. Gaskins now at 12 points on the night. Does have his 5 assists. No need to foul if you're Panama. Paraguay wants to get the ball to Rojo. Instead, Vallejos gets to the rim, can't finish the layup. And Gaskins gets the rebound and will just take his time, running up some clock. You see the shot clock and the game clock down in the bottom there. Gaskins into the lane. A little bit of contact, nothing called. And Paraguay with still a chance to tie. Will they go for 3 or take the quick two? So Rivero sets them up. Here's Vallejos with Mitchell on him. Peralta is at the top of the key. And Zanotti catches, shoot in the corner. Just a little short. And the ball is deflected out of bounds. Back over to Panama. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor as both teams get organized on offense and defense. Obviously, Paraguay has to go for a quick steal and most likely foul. Panama, meanwhile, calls a timeout to advance the ball into the front court. So let's listen to Coach Hussein for the last second play.
No te muevas en el bloqueo, por favor. ¿Está bien? Pues, colocamos el bloqueo, que viene. Es posible que de ese lado.
So you hear there, Coach Hussein reminding his players, please, please, please do not move. Whether you're inbounding the ball or setting a screen, make sure you stay still. You do not want to turn the ball over. As we take another look at Carter's injury, unfortunate knee contact, and Munoz able to knock down the clutch 3. And 29 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is at 24. Sorry, 16 seconds on the game clock. No shot clock at all. And they're going to foul Mitchell as the ball was inbounded. So Mitchell steps up to the line. Hasn't made a free throw in the qualifiers yet. Only taken 2 free throws so far. And he makes that one to give them a 4-point cushion. So big free throw for Kill Mitchell. And he makes both. So in his 3rd game for Panama, Kill Mitchell might have iced it. You see there 10.6 rebounds, 5 assists. Just really been an all-around player. Obviously had the big highlight dunk. He does have 6 turnovers, but 1 steal, 1 block. So a little bit of everything. Now we'll see what Paraguay can do. Down 5. 15 seconds left.
meta acá para un tiro de frente. 4 y 5 tienen que bloquearlo a 2.
Que haga pinta que va a venir para acá.
Ustedes bloqueenlo para que se abra acá para un tiro de frente.
Para que no nos metan un tiro solo.
So Panama just needs to play this one smart.
Ahora sí, si tenemos que
Don't have to do anything too crazy.
Que sea un tiro de 2, no un tiro de 3. Y lo que no quiero es canasta y falta. ¿Entiendes? No quiero canasta y falta. ¿Está claro? A partir de ahí, el rebote defensivo. Ahora mismo, escuchad, solo nosotros podemos perder este partido. Si no meten canasta, no tenemos que...
So you heard him there. Only they can lose the game. There's not much time or hope for Paraguay unless Panama makes some kind of mistake, either a foul or something along those lines. So, last 15 seconds, Paraguay down 5. They need a quick bucket. And Vallejos with the 3, no good. And Hicks collects the rebound. And 6 seconds left. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws that may effectively ice this game. So Carter seems to be okay, talking to the coach. So Hicks at the free throw line, hits the first. And again, what a tremendous game we've been able to watch here. The last one of the day. But one of the nicest in terms of the intensity, but also how close it was, how competitive it was. Panama with a 7-point lead, 6 seconds, so they'll walk away here with another win. It's going to be their 3rd win of the qualifiers, putting them at the 500 mark, 3-3 with 6 games. So when they advance into the Group C action, they will be tied with Mexico in terms of wins and losses. Puerto Rico at 4-2 will have the same record as Argentina. As Uruguay and USA at 5-1 with the same record as Argentina. So at the end of this one, it's 74-67, Panama over Paraguay. From Asunción, Panama able to get a big win on the road. You see there Mike Hicks, again, 41 years old, still getting the job done. Tremendous athlete. See the points by quarter breakdown. Panama really stepping up there in the 4th. We're down 1 and end up with the win. Some pretty tremendous performances here today for Paraguay. As you see, Carlos Vallejos, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Javier Carter before his injury, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals as well. And we'll take a look at some of the stats. Shooting-wise, Panama doing a lot of damage inside the arc, 19 for 33. Both teams pretty even, though, if you look all the way up and down. The rebounding advantage, clearly to Panama. A few more assists, a lot more steals, too, but Paraguay doing a much better job in the second half of not turning the ball over. 20 overall. It really was an even game, even down to the fouls. So that's when it's the most exciting, again, in these international competitions. As you see, Peralta leading the way in scoring, quiet in the second half, though. Hicks finishes it with 13 thanks to those last 2 free throws. So what a great game of basketball here in Asunción. Paraguay finishes with 3 players in double figures. Peralta 17, Zanotti 11, Edgar Riveros with 11. Meanwhile, for Panama, Hicks with 13, Trevor Gaskins with 12, and Akil Mitchell with 10. He also had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Hicks and Gaskins 2 steals as well. Hicks is one of the leaders in steals throughout this tournament, and he does it again tonight with 2 more steals to add to his total. Anyway, we're going to take a look at some of the highlights of today's action, tonight's game. Thank you so much for watching another FIBA presentation. Here are the World Cup qualifiers, as everyone vies for a spot in the 2019 World Cup in China.